in the last sort of 12, 18 months, it's been quite exciting. Like, you get rooms full of people actually actively engaging in cloud discussions, want to know more about it, see how we can best adopt them, and can actually have a sort of two-way discussions.
Most organisations now realise the fact that actually whether they're looking at public cloud adoption or private cloud adoption, that there's three levels of impact. The first one of which is around the shift in the way that they deliver infrastructure. The second one of which is their organisational design. And the third one of which is around their service management processes as well. And if you focus on only one area in isolation, the reality is that you're not going to fully capitalise on the opportunities either from an IT perspective or from a business opportunity that cloud computing brings.
Around things like infrastructure as a service platform and software as a service, I do see that isn't necessarily a revolution, it's more of an evolution of how you deliver IT back to the business.
I think IT will definitely progress to a commodity service. The infrastructure in the businesses will reduce, it will become easier for us to manage, bring your own devices will develop because the compute desktop will become a commodity service, and all of those issues about managing the desktop and user interface will hopefully reduce slightly.
What I'm seeing from a number of clients is that cloud is now becoming the default or the de facto target for many upgrades and many new transformations or replatforming.
The IT team need to be aware that the days of playing with new toys are long gone. There is more of a business focus to the things that the IT team need to provide.
Network, storage, and compute. Those are table stakes. Table stakes aren't very interesting. So you have to be able to have an understanding of how I'm going to advance my business in a way that changes things rather than just makes them cheaper. So it's your mess for less is what the CEO asks for. The CIO needs to present a completely different kind of business, which isn't mess at all.
I think some of the issues that people come across and the mistakes they make with going to a cloud is trying to find the right provider that they want to use, finding the relationships they want to deal with, because these people will be with them 24/7 and you need to rely on them. Also, you have to ensure that your own infrastructure is ready for it. So the biggest single problem with moving anything to the cloud is your connection to the cloud.
You need to have a look behind the scenes, test drive the services, test drive the data set, test drive the service provider.
I think we're gaining more by doing the cloud. So there's things we're doing alongside this because it's a collaboration of projects for our administration systems that are coming together. It's the fact that we get that extra. We get the extra access, we get the flexibility whilst maintaining security.
What are the key bits of advice that we give people? I think it's to be honest and to be frank about what your journey to the cloud is going to be. And the cloud is a fantastic destination. It enables a lot of business benefit, but it does require an infrastructure that needs to be in place for that to be feasible.
Well, suddenly we're moving to a world where actually we could have a problem on a piece of hardware that could affect 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 services. How do you know? How are you doing that correlation? How are you correlating your alert to service impact?
I think it's really important to come to an event like this where you can actually spend time with other like-minded organisations. Sometimes there are questions out there that you really feel like you don't know where to start, and the opportunity to spend some time with companies who are doing something or are on a similar road path enables you to move forward.
It's about meeting people who are in a similar place and understanding why they're making the decisions you're trying to make today.
Cloud Circle and what could be achieved by delegates attending such a community. I see very much a value for both the vendor and also to the end customer. One, from a networking perspective, also seeing keynote speeches, what's the basis of where we are today, where we could be tomorrow. And again, the education that said conferences bring. I mean, I get invited to lots of conferences. I don't go to all of them because I don't necessarily see the benefit, but very much Cloud Circle, I see the benefit.
Well, at the risk of sounding like a fanboy, I have found these events to be just an absolute eye-opener.
For delegates, I think it's a great opportunity to network with their peers, right, and like-minded people, whether that's the suppliers or the other organisations that are similar size to their own as well, and share ideas and get a feeling actually for what's the reality behind maybe some of the perception of hype that's in the industry.
And this organisation, I think this community is unique in the UK, in that it offers it's a credible place to come and have that debate and to learn, and it's fantastic.